Hello everyone, welcome to how to get the inventory mod. In Minecraft there's a clear problem. The inventory becomes too small as the number of blocks increases. For example, in version 1.7 there were 361 different blocks. But now in Minecraft 1.20 there are almost 1,400 different blocks. What does this mean? We still have the same inventory size but with more item diversity, making inventory management in Minecraft increasingly complicated. True, they added shulker boxes, but these solve the problem vaguely and too late in the game. That's where inventory comes in, which as you can see adds several more spaces. It also gives us different slots in the left hand as we're seeing, to switch between tools. If we want to switch between shield and torch or similar items, we can do it quickly without fighting with the inventory or hotbar. So, how do we get it? We'll head to CurseForge and search for Inventorio, as you can see. Important note, it says Forge here, but it's also available for Fabric, okay? That means Inventory Fabric exists too. 2,225,000 downloads, and the Fabric and Forge versions both have 2 million users from 4 years ago. We go to Files, then to Mod Loaders, Forge, all versions, and 1.20.1. 3 buttons and Get File, okay? Same with all the dependencies. I need quite a few of them. I need the cloth config and Kotlin for Forge. If we're using NeoForge or Quilt, I think, we'll need the jar too, okay? So press Windows plus R, type app data, go to roaming.minecraft and then to the mods folder, got it? If this folder doesn't exist, right click new folder and name it mods. And that's it, now we can start using the mod without any problems. Alright, so the inventory mod uses interesting features like the Toolbelt. It's this interface here. We'll grab different tools and I'll equip them. Now, when I need to use a tool or chop trees or whatever, as you can see, the tool equips automatically. As you can see in the right section, we can view what tools we have. It's pretty fast and it's really effective. This is super convenient if you, for example, flatten terrain in your worlds, right? If you have a technical server or whatever. I'm going to apply the haste effect so you can see how overpowered this is. Okay, I've seen many players using this mod while claiming no, but vanilla Minecraft. Look, vanilla Minecraft. Come on, I have haste 2. Okay, well, haste 3. Okay, whatever. It should mine instantly. Oh no, because they don't have efficiency. Wait, well, I've set myself up to mine instantly, okay? Now we're mining efficiently. Well, when we approach blocks, I'm going to add more haste. Okay, now we're mining efficiently, right? As if we had efficiency 5. As you can see, when I pass over dirt, it mines that too, right? Why? Because it switches tools quickly and automatically. Pros and cons of this, it's a bit harder to see tool durability, okay? Especially if it appears just for a moment, so using up durability is a bit more complicated, right? Maybe we should check it occasionally. Apart from that, nothing else. It might be awkward when breaking an ender chest with silk touch, okay? And, well, these are very minor issues, very, very minor. I mean, that's it. I don't see any other inconvenience. Just that in that situation you might forget, but that can happen with normal Minecraft too, right? So basically, to choose between silk touch and fortune, we can place our preferred pickaxe in the tool belt, or we can put it directly in the hotbar if we want to force priority. Okay, and that's another thing, right? If I now grab a netherite sword and start breaking blocks, as you can see, the tool I have in my hand takes priority, right? This means if I have a block and start breaking with the block doesn't take priority. But if I'm using a tool, it does have priority. Got it? And well, another limitation I see is there's no bow, okay? There's no trident either, or any type of ranged tool like that. But anyway, there we have it. All right, how do you use the utility belt? What is this here? Well, let's see. The utility belt is basically an inventory feature built into the mod that replaces the offhand, okay? It has a dedicated mini hotbar with 4 spaces, right? It scrolls independently with its own scroller and skips empty slots for consistent scrolling, okay? It lets us use the main object and selected utility independently. Here I'm seeing next utility, button 4. I mean, yeah, but what is button 4 exactly? Button 4 is the previous utility. Okay, I got something there. I just figured something out. It cycles to the previous item, right? Let's see, sort of. Man, it's tricky, huh? Let's see, where is it? Controls, keybinds, inventory, cobind, jump, and so on. It's this here, next utility, middle button. Let's see, there it is. I found next, but previous, it's button 5, sorry. Sorry. And there's the previous one, okay? See how I can now move without any issues, regardless of the hotbar. I can move the hotbar while moving the other one too. Okay? Obviously, you'd need to configure it. But, well, it's another way to have a double hotbar or switch between tools. Of course, everyone can set up their hotbar however they want. So that's it, simple as that. Alright, how can we craft the deep pockets? Okay, basically in Minecraft with the inventory, it adds the deep pockets enchantment for leggings and so on. But it's explained that these books are obtained through crafting, right? And there we can see it. Deep pockets level 1, 2 shulker shells and a book. Deep pockets level 2, I guess they combine with each other, right? Since I don't see any other crafting recipe. And the maximum level is 3, so we'd need to craft 4 books and combine them by levels. And for its utility, it says adds an extra inventory space per level, and we need to equip it on the leggings, okay? So let's go over there. We'll find an anvil and go for deep pockets level 1, deep pockets level 2, and deep pockets level 3. Well, I enchant it, and now what? Okay, I'll switch to survival mode. And there we have it, 3 more rows. Yes, sir. This is what Minecraft should include. If not, you'd have to add them yourself. There it is, deep pockets level 3. Boom, done. 3 more rows. And now time to sleep. It's that simple. Huh? Yeah. Inventory management problem solved. As a mod issue, I'd say when you're in creative mode, it doesn't show up, okay? I mean, I think players in creative mode also deserve to have a larger inventory, right? Just a suggestion, if I want to build in creative mode using this inventory because it's easier for inventory management, I can't, you know? I'm on version 1.20.1, okay? Not sure if in future updates this bug will be fixed. Maybe it will, I don't know. Alright, let's finally talk about some additional configurations in the inventory, whether for servers or not, okay? For example, how item priority works, okay? It basically defines the rules. First, it will look for a matching stack in the hotbar. If there isn't one, it will look in the utility belt, okay? Which is this right here. And if there's nothing there, it will look in the deep pockets, okay? Which is this right here. And if there's nothing there, it will continue searching in vanilla, okay? Important to note that the mod doesn't insert items into empty utility belt slots, okay? To avoid altering the scroll order, okay? This here, this is the utility belt. No, yes. Then additionally, how to configure the fireworks rocket boosts, okay? Inventory includes a shortcut option for flying with elytra, okay? And when we're using elytra and we use rockets, let's go over there. So if I press space, okay? Look, I'm going to put the fireworks here. If I press space now, it automatically changes the fireworks and uses them. And it lets you use the boost rocket directly from inventory while gliding without having to hold rockets in your hand, okay? It only works in the air and can be remapped to any other key. We also have the option to activate the segmented hotbar in the inventory, okay? But this is a client option that adds a segmented hotbar to make keyboard use easier, okay? Accessing slots higher than 5, okay, can be awkward. With this feature, the first press selects a section and the second press selects the item in that section, okay? Basically, we take the hotbar, divide it into 3 sections, then we'd press, you know, third section would be 7, 8, and 9, right? So we'd press 3, and then within that 3, we want the 9. Well, it would be 3 and 3, right? Because it's the third of the third section, for example, see? There's also a configuration that doubles the ender chest capacity, okay? This can also be changed in the config. I don't know if it's already modified in its normal location. Indeed, okay? We've changed this in the config, and not much else, okay? I hope you enjoyed it. Important note, if you hold the spacebar, you'll fire rockets with one shot, okay? So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and see you in future videos. Remember, there's a free AI course in the description. Check it out. Bye-bye.